Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. And we are at the Astrodome for the first of a three-game series between the Montreal Expos and the Houston Astros. We'll be back with our lineups in just a couple minutes here. It's a beautiful morning for a ball game. Pitching for the Montreal Expos is Howie Reed. He has 3 wins. For the Houston Astros, Don Wilson, he has 7 wins. Coming into this game, the Montreal Expos are 21 games behind the first place Pirates in 5th place, 6 games ahead of Philly. The Houston Astros are 9 games behind the Atlanta Braves in first place. In 3rd, they're in 3rd place, 2 games ahead of Cincinnati, so Houston is rocking. For the Expos, leading off, Gary Sutherland at second base. Batting second, Ron Fairley in the lineup. Told you he would be in the lineup at the end here. He's in center field. Rusty Staub batting third, he's in right. Mac Jones, it's cleanup, and he's in left field. Batting 5th, Bob Bailey at first. Batting 6th, Coco LeBoy at third base. And Kathy Harden has arrived. So great to see you this morning, Kathy. Hope all is well. Ron Brand is batting 7th and catching. Bobby Wine at shortstop batting 8th. And Howie Reed is the starting pitcher, right-hander with 3 wins this season. For the Houston Astros, who are in 3rd place, only 9 games behind the first place Braves, and they're 2 games ahead of Cincinnati. It's Sandy Valdespino leading off in left field. Joe Morgan bats second, he's at second base. Batting third is Jimmy Wynn in center. The cleanup hitter is Dennis Mankey at shortstop. Batting 5th, Kurt Blefary at first base. Batting 6th, Norman Miller in right. Doug Rader batting 7th at third base. The catcher is Johnny Edwards, batting 8th, and Don Wilson, the pitcher, a right-hander. Our afternoon game set for 2:15 p.m. is the Chicago Cubs at the Los Angeles Dodgers' new series. Cubs on the road. Jenkins pitching for the Cubs and Bill Singer for the Dodgers. We got about 6 minutes till the first pitch. So glad to have you all here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We are in the Astrodome. The temperature is perfect. This will be a 3-game series. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes for the first pitch. Stand by, please. First pitch in about 2 minutes. Stand by, please. Let's refresh that coffee. Kathy Harden for the Astros. I'm for the Astros. give them a chance to maybe make up some ground here on the first place Atlanta Braves. The tweet should be up. It is. The tweet should be good, and it is. Yeah, Kathy Carden has her cup. I have mine. We hope you have yours. And the Astros have taken the field. We're in the Astrodome. And Gary Sutherland leads it off for the Expos here. This is not a meaningless game. Astros within 9 of first place. Their best record ever this late in the season as an expansion team. And the same can be said for the New York Mets, who are right around 500 baseball. Okay, Wilson is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Sutherland. 2-11, and it's a pop-up to the left side by third base. And Doug Rader makes the catch, one away. And we are underway here in the Astrodome. We said Ron Fairley would be playing more. He's in the lineup starting today. Left-handed hitter against Wilson, the right-hander. Okay, Wilson winds and the pitch to Fairley. 1-9, and that's hit out into the gap for Fairley, and that's going to be a stand-up double for Ron Fairley with 1 out. Right in the gap there. Here's Rusty Staub now, left-handed hitter. Wilson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Staub. 3-3, and he walked him. Wilson in trouble here already in the first. First and second, 1 out for Mac Jones. It's Staub on first, Fairley on second, 1 down. Mark Schucker has arrived. Always great to see you, Mark. Okay, Wilson. The pitch to Jones. 1-9, and he grounds it to second, and that will be a double play. Turned by Morgan. Very, very pretty. This side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, 1 left. We've gone 1/2 inning. It's Montreal 0, and Houston coming to bat. We're in the Astrodome. Big Howie Reed pitching for Montreal. Right-hander. He'll face Sandy Valdespino to lead it off. Sandy died about 2 months ago in real world. Okay, Reed is ready. Here's the pitch to Sandy. 2-5, and he walked him. Sandy on first. Here's Joe Morgan. Joe bats left-handed. Win on deck. From the stretch, Reed. 6-8. A grounder to second X. That is for Sutherland to 3. 17-3. Reroll. 15-3. And he forces Valdespino. So it's 1 out Morgan on first. 1-17 to Steele with Brand a +2 and Jimmy Wynn the toy cannon. Morgan with a wide lead, big lead off first. Reed from the stretch. And here's the pitch to Wynn. There goes Morgan. And he is safe. Oh, just safe. Whoa, just safe by a hair. Morgan swipes second base here in the bottom of the first. So Morgan in scoring position, 1 out for the toy cannon. Here's Reed now. The pitch to Wynn. 1-8. Walked him. So it's first and second, 1 down here for the Astros. And Dennis Mankey comes up. Beautiful morning for a ball game. And we're so glad to have you on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Okay, Reed. The pitch to Mankey. 1-12. And it's a base hit up the middle. This could score Morgan. Morgan rounding third. 1-17. Fairly a 0. They'll let him come home and hold the runners. It's a 1-0 ball game. Mankey with a run batted in. So Houston takes the lead. First and second, still only 1 out for Kurt Blefary. Reed in trouble here in the first. Here's the pitch to Blefary. Left-handed hitter, 4-7, walked him, and that will load the bases. Third walk for Howie Reed here in the first. Bases loaded, 1 out, and Norman Miller. This lineup has a lot of left-handed hitters. Rader on deck. Reed trying to get out of this. Here's the pitch to Miller. 3-4, and he hit him. And that'll bring in a run. Oh my. Norm Miller gets hit by the pitch from Howie Reed. And that brings in Jimmy Wynn for the second run. Whoa. Tough inning here for Howie Reed. Bases loaded, still only 1 out. Rader at the plate. Here's the pitch from Reed. 4-2. Grounds it to short. That will be for a force. And Mankey will score the third run of the inning. I think that's going to be first and third, 2 down now. Exactly what it is. 3 runs in here for the Spos. And here's Johnny Edwards. Rader on first, Blefary on third, 2 down. The pitch to Edwards. 2-6, and he grounds it to short. Wine will throw him out. So the side is retired. 3 runs for the Houston Astros. Here in the bottom of the first, we've gone 1. It's 3-0 Houston. over Montreal. Tough inning for Howie Reed. Top of the second, it's going to be Bob Bailey leading off for the Expos. Expos Astros. First of a 3-game. Wilson facing Bailey. Okay, Wilson now. The pitch to Bailey. That's 6-8. And he struck him out. That's the first strikeout for Wilson. Now Coco Lavoie is the batter. Wilson is ready. Here's the windup. Pitch to Lavoie. 6-5. And that's hit into the gap, and that's going to be a double for Coco. Second double off Wilson today by Montreal. 6-5 double. Coco on second, 1 out. Here's Ron Brand. Wilson from the stretch. 4-7. Struck him out. That is the second for Wilson today. And now Bobby Wine in a clutch situation. Wilson, the pitch to Wine, 5-6, struck him out. Wilson strikes out the side. He allows a double left on base. Middle of the second, it's still 3-0. Okay, Howie Reed in his second inning. He threw a lot of pitches in the first inning, allowed 3 runs. Wilson will lead it off, the pitcher. It's a beautiful morning for Strat-O-Matic. 1969 baseball. I'm in the decision-making process here for a concurrent replay. I'm thinking 1911 after all. It's between 1911, 1920, and 1924. I'm leaning toward 1911. I sure would appreciate your input on which year would be best and why. I like 1911 for reasons. It's just so dead ball era. It's Cobb 420. Pete Alexander won 20 some odd games. It's just a very, very historical time. Here's Don Wilson at the plate, hitting right-handed. Reed now. Pitch to Wilson, 4-7, and he flies it to center and fairly makes the catch, 1 away. Here's Sandy Valdez-Spino. The goal is full statistics, or close to it. Not every statistic, for Christ's sakes. I'm not going to be doing putouts. But the major categories for pitchers and hitters, maintaining stats game by game. A very slow and methodical replay. Here's Sandy Valdez-Spino with 1 out and nobody on. Reed winds and the pitch to Sandy. 6-7. Base hit up the middle for Sandy Valdez-Spino. Sandy on first now, 1 out, Joe Morgan. Morgan reached on a force, stole second, scored. in the first. Okay, Reed from the stretch, the pitch to Morgan. 3-8, and he walked him again. Not again, but his fourth walk allowed. Howie Reed having trouble finding the strike zone. It's first and second, one down, and here's Jimmy Wynn. Wynn walked and scored. Okay, Reed, the pitch to Wynn. 1-5, he walked him. So the bases are loaded again for Houston with one out. And Menke, the batter. There is action in the Montreal bullpen. Dan McGinn, a left-hander, is warming. And so is Roy Face, a right-hander. McGinn and Face warming in the bullpen. Bases loaded, one out. Menke at the plate. He singled. Knocked in a run in the first. Infield back. Here's the pitch from Reed. 2-6. And it's a base hit by Menke. A base hit to left. That will bring home Valdespino. And that will make it a 4-0 ball game, Houston. Second run batted in for Menke. Reed having huge problems here today. So it's Menke on first, Wynn on second, Morgan on third, one down. Leffery walked in the first. Okay, Reed, here's the pitch. 1-8, grounds it back to Reed. His only play is to first. And Morgan scores his second run of the ball game. Wynn goes to third. It's first and third, two outs now. Gene Mauch is hoping Reed can get through this inning. It is not his day. He's allowed 2 runs here in the second. He's due up next inning to lead off. Here's the pitch to Miller now. 2-5, and he walked him. Oh my. That'll load him up again for the second time this inning. If he doesn't retire Raider, he'll be pulled. He's in too long already here. The pitch to Raider. 4-5, grounds it to short, Wine. He's a 3. 9-3, and he throws him out. So another very, very bad inning here for Howie Reed. 2 runs, and it's 5-0 through 2, and that's going to be it for Howie Reed. There'll be a hitter here in the top of the third. It's not Reed's day. He pitched 2 innings. 3 hits. 6 walks and 5 earned runs. Dan McGinn, a left-hander, will be the new pitcher. There are 5 left-handed hitters in the lineup. Give them a chance to see how they do against left-handed pitching. McGinn will be the new pitcher. Here's Don Wilson to face the Expos, top of the third. There's a hitter now. And I think it might be Jim Ferry. Yes, Jim Ferry is coming in, a left-handed hitter to lead it off. So here comes Ferry. Pinch hitting for Howie Reed. Wilson is ready. Here's the windup. Pitch to Ferry. 2-9. And he flies it to left. And Valdez-Spino makes the catch. That's one away. Here's Gary Sutherland now. 0 for 1. Wilson winds and the pitch. 1-5. And that is a double for Sutherland in the gap. Third double given up by Wilson. All the hits off Wilson doubles. Sutherland on second, 1 out. Here's Ron Fairley, who doubled in the first. The pitch from Wilson. 5-10, grounds to short. Menke, he's a 3. 5-3. And he throws him out, and Sutherland goes to third. So it's 2 outs, Sutherland on third base, and Rusty Staub. Oh, Lord. Here's the pitch to Staub. 1-7. And that is a double down the line. Sutherland scores. First run for Montreal. Let's look at that. 1-7, double 1-9. That's a 9. So Staub knocked Sutherland home with the 4th double of the ball game. All hits are doubles. It's a 5-1 ball game. Staub on second, 2 down. Big Mac Jones now. Here's the pitch to Jones. 4-9 struck him out. That's the 4th strikeout for Wilson. The side is retired. There was 1 run on 2 doubles. 1 left on. Middle of the 3rd, 5-1 ball game. And here's Dan McGinn, the new pitcher for Montreal, a left-hander. It'll be Edwards, Wilson, and then top of the order, Sandy Valdez-Spino. Looks like I got a mosquito bite right here on my hand. It's going to be okay. McGinn is ready now. And Johnny Edwards is the batter. That's the last cup of the first pots, and there'll be more coming. Okay, Edwards steps in to face McGinn. This is lefty-lefty. Okay, McGinn winds and the pitch to Edwards. 5-7, grounder to second base. Sutherland, a 3. 3-3, it goes through for a hit. So Edwards hits one just beyond the reach of Gary Sutherland, the second baseman. And here comes Don Wilson. It's a seed bunter. Okay, McGinn from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Wilson. 3-5. He grounds it to short. Wine over to Sutherland to Bailey. It's a double play. So 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the third. And Sandy Valdespino walked and singled. Here's the pitch to Valdespino. 2-10, and he grounds it to, oh my, he shouldn't even be hitting. He grounds it to second, the side is out. We'll keep him in to see if they bring in a right-hander. That happens. So we've gone 3, it's a 5-1 ball game. Leading it off here for the Expos in the top of the fourth. Bob Bailey struck out in the second. Okay, Wilson winds, and the pitch to Bailey. 6-9 struck him out. That's the 5th for Wilson. Now Coco LaBoy. He's got a good strikeout ratio. Very good. Over 9 per 9 innings. Over 1 an inning. It's 1 out, nobody on. Coco doubled in the second. Here's Wilson, the pitch to LaBoy. 1-6, and that's hit deep by Coco, and it's gone. A solo home run by Coco LaBoy off of Wilson. That will make it a 5-2 ball game. Coco hitting it out. For Coco, that's number 15. They're hitting up for Coco. He had 18 in real world. A 1-6 home run, 1-9, and that was a 9. That moved since then. Actually, that was a 4. Okay, whatever. Here's Ron Brand. It's a 5-2 ball game now. Brand struck out. Here's the pitch. 6-5, and that is a double down the line for Brand. All extra base hits today off of Wilson. 5 doubles and a home run. Brand on second, 1 out, and Bobby Wine the batter. Wine struck out in the second. Here's the pitch to Wine. 5-10, grounder to short. That's for Menke. He's a 3. 3-3, it goes through for a base hit, and Brand goes to third. How do you like that? Now, I wasn't going to pinch hit, but there's going to be a hitter now with first and third 1 out, so McGinn pitches 1 inning A scoreless inning. It will be Roy Face coming in next inning. So Expo's working on trying to come back here. Roy Face, the veteran from Pittsburgh originally, I believe. I know he was on the Pirates. He's a right-hander, so he will be coming in next inning. Let's see who's going to hit here against Wilson now. 1 out, first and third. It's Jose Herrera, the right-handed hitter. Jose Herrera steps into the batter's box in a very, very important situation. It's Wine on first, Brand on third, 1 down. Infield back. Wilson throws. 2-6, struck him out. That's number 6 for Wilson. Wilson trying to get out of this. It's 2 outs now, first and third, and Gary Sutherland, clutch situation. 1 for 2, doubled and scored in the third. The first run for Montreal. It's 5-2 at Expos. Here's Wilson now. The pitch to Sutherland. 2-10, grounds it to first. Scooped by Bleffery, and he steps on the bag, and the side is out. So there was 1 run on the home run by Coco LeBoy, and 2 left on after 3.5. It's a 5-2 ball game. Here's Roy Face now. The new pitcher for the Expos, third pitcher. We're in the 4th. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh. And here's Joe Morgan to lead it off. He scored twice today. Reached on a fielder's force out. Stole second and scored. Walked and scored. Okay, Face, the pitch to Morgan. 6-7, grounder to second for Sutherland. 8-3, and that is 1 away. It's always a good start to retire Morgan. It's 1 out, nobody on. Here's Jimmy Wynn, Face. Wynn walked twice and scored. 5-2 Astros. Bottom of the 4th, 1 out, nobody on. Here's Face. Pitch to Wynn. 2-11, and he grounds it to short. Wine throws to Bailey. It's 2 away. A relatively neat game. As games go, I would say, yeah. Here's Mankey 2 for 2. I mean, I like it. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Face. 3-7, and he walked Mankey. Mankey has reached base 3 times today. Here's Kurt Bleffery. Lefty righty. Face. The pitch to Bleffery. 4-8. And that is a line drive to first, caught by Bailey. And the side is retired. So the relief pitching for Montreal has been satisfactory. We've gone 4. It's a 5-2 ball game. And I think it's time to make some coffee. I really do. I hope you understand. As Don Wilson will face Ron Fairley. It just takes about a minute. So stand by, please. Oh, look at that. Got 11 retweets on this game. Thank you, Kathy Harden. Thank you, Mark Shooker, and everybody else out there. Let's make that coffee here. Woo! What a day. What a life. Oh. We hope you're enjoying the ball game. Brought to you by the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Excuse me, please. The coffee is brewing. And it's the top of the fifth. Ron Fairley leads it off against Wilson. Wilson has encountered a bit of trouble here in the past 2 innings. Okay, Wilson is ready. Here's the pitch to Fairley. 2-8. And it's a base hit by Fairley. His second hit of the ball game. He doubled in the first. Fairley is a welcome addition to this Expos ball club. And here's Rusty Staub. Walked and doubled. Wilson from the stretch and the pitch to Staub. 1-6. And that is that's a re-roll on the 20 die. It's probably going to be a base hit. Yes, it is. Fairley goes to third. Wilson's endurance inning is the 7th. It's first and third, nobody out. The infield is back. They'll concede a run, the Astros here. They lead by 3. Mac Jones 0 for 2 today. Here's Wilson now. 5-5. Grounded to short. Mankey a 3. 2-3. It goes through for a base hit. Fairley scores and Staub goes to third. Went just beyond the reach of Mankey there at shortstop. It's a 5-3 ball game. Wilson has allowed 3 consecutive singles here to start off the 5th. And here's Bob Bailey. First and third, still nobody out. Now Montreal down by 2. Infield again back. Bailey has struck out twice. Pitch from Wilson, 5-8. Struck him out again. That's the 7th for Don Wilson. Big out, big strikeout by Wilson. And here's Coco LeBoy, doubled and then the home run. So with 1 out, first and third, the infield is back looking for the double. The coffee is brewing. Here's Wilson now. 2-7. And that is a line drive to third, caught by Rader. Oh, what a beautiful catch by Rader. Look at that. It's a 9. 2-7. Single 1-8. Lines to make Rader for the second out. That was a very, very pretty play by Doug Rader. So it's 2 out now and Ron Brand clutch situation. Wilson trying to get out of this. Here's Wilson now. Pitch to Brand. 6-6. And that is a base hit. Brand with a clutch single brings home stop. It's a 5-4 ball game. Jones goes to third. So real tough going here for Don Wilson. Bobby Wine, the batter. It's been first and third all day here for Don Wilson. Trying to get out of this with 2 runs in. Here's the pitch to Wine. 6-8. Struck him out. And that's the 8th strikeout for Don Wilson. But there were 2 more runs here for Montreal on 4 singles. And 2 left on in the middle of the 5th. It's 5-4 Houston over Montreal. They're chipping away. Oh my, oh my. And here's Roy Face, his second inning of relief. And he'll face Norm Miller, hit by a pitch and walked. Beautiful morning for a game of Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball. This is our 1969 replay broadcast to you every game. Norm Miller leading it off. Here's Face now. 5-9. He struck him out. Now Doug Rader, he gets a good hand. He made that nice catch on the line drive by LeBoy to save a run for sure. Rader 0 for 2 today. Face winds and the pitch to Rader. 1-9. Struck him out. That's 2 in a row for Roy. And here's Johnny Edwards, the catcher. Also a left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch to Edwards. 3-5 struck him out. He strikes out the side, Roy Face. Very impressive. We've gone 5. It's 5-4. Face has 2 endurance. This was his endurance inning, but it's not activated. Face looking very good. He will hit here in the top of the 6th. Yeah. You're not going to get much better than that. Roy Face is a 3 WR. Yes, he is. That coffee is brewing. A 3 WR Roy Face facing Wilson. Wilson has been in trouble the past 3 innings. We'll see how he fares here. Face a right-handed hitter. Wilson winds, pitch to Face. 3-4 struck him out. Number 9 for Wilson. Now Gary Sutherland. Here's Wilson now. 2-6, grounds it to second for Morgan. 2 outs. And Ron Fairley 2 for 3 today. Double left on, singled and scored in the 5th. 2 outs, nobody on. Wilson. The pitch to Fairley, 3-8, and he chops it to second, and Morgan throws him out. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Don Wilson, so Wilson has settled down, and he will hit here to lead off the top bottom of the 6th. Yes, he will. Different game back then for you youngsters tuning in here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. I think I'm going to get some coffee. That thing is ready, Kathy Hart. That thing is ready. And I'm going to make it nice. So we got a ball game here. It's a 5-4 ball game. This is a very important ball game. Every game is an important ball game for these Houston Astros. They're only 9 games out of first place in August, which is quite an accomplishment for this expansion team in their 8th season of existence. Okay, Wilson is 0 for 2. Here's Roy Face now. And the pitch to Wilson. 5-4, right-hander. Fly ball to left field, smack between some goners. It's hit well, but Mac Jones hauls it down. That's 1 out. That was hit well by Wilson. 1 down. Here's Sandy Valdez-Spino. And you see he's going to hit now, lefty-righty. He faced McGinn in the 3rd. Lefty-lefty. Look at that against left-handed pitching there. It's an error on my part, but maybe not. Okay, Face in his 3rd inning of scoreless relief here. The pitch to Valdez-Spino. That's 4-8, and that is a liner to first, caught by Bailey. 2 down. Roy Face keeping the Expos in this ball game. It's 2 outs, nobody on. And here's Joe Morgan. 0 for 2, walked, scored twice, had reached on a force out. Here's Face now, the windup, and the pitch to Morgan. 2-8, walked him. 2nd walk given up to Morgan today. He's a 1-17. Being held, and the toy cannon Walked twice, 0 for 1, scored 1. Face works from the stretch here. Ah, that's good coffee. Oh. Oh, Lord, that's good coffee. Okay, face. Here's the pitch to win. There goes Morgan! And he's safe. Morgan gets his second stolen base of the ball game. He is tough, I'm telling you. The jump he gets. He is hard to stop. So Morgan on second, 2 down now for the toy cannon. 5-4 Houston, bottom of the 6th. Here's face now. Pitch to win. 4-11. That's going to be a fly ball to left. Big Mac Jones, he's a 3. Is he a 3? Yes, he is. 4-11. Fly ball left, 5-3. And he makes the catch, and the side is retired. So we've gone 6. And it's a 5-4 ball game. Going to do the top of the 7th. We'll take a 5-minute break for the stretch. Don Wilson has gone all the frickin' way. This is his endurance inning. Ran into trouble in the middle innings, but retired the side in order in the 6th. It's going to be Staub leading it off. Walked, doubled, singled, and scored with a run batted in today. Here's Wilson now. And the pitch to Staub. 6-6. And that's hit out. And for a base hit for Rusty Staub. 3 for 3 today. There's action in the Houston bullpen. Staub is the tying run on first here for Big Mac Jones. Action, Kathy Harden, in the bullpen. Bullpen is well rested. Oh, God. Warming in the bullpen is the right-hander Jack Billingham. For the Astros. Big Mac Jones facing Wilson here. Big Mac is 1 for 3 today. Okay, Wilson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Jones. 6-8. And he struck him out. Number 10 for Don Wilson. Now here's Bailey. Bailey struck out 3 times today. He's 0 for 3. Having a tough time with Wilson. Here's the pitch to Bailey. Whoa! 1-4, that counts, and he struck him out! That's the 11th strikeout for Wilson and the 4th today for Bob Bailey. An off day for Bailey, to say the least. 2 outs. Staub on first, the tying run. Here's Coco now. Doubled, home run, and line to third. And that was a well-hit ball, caught by Rader. Oh, that's good coffee. Whoa, Lord help us. Wilson. From the stretch, the pitch to Coco. 1-8. And that's a chopper to second base. And Morgan has it. And the side is retired, so Wilson hanging tough here. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left. Middle of the 7th, Kathy. It's a 5-4 ball game. Face has pitched 3 innings of relief quite impressively. And he will start his 4th here to face Menke, Blefary, and Miller, bottom of the 7th, to keep the Expos in this ball game. It's the 7th inning stretch, people. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Yeah. The fuck is going on here? Okay, there it is. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. That's good coffee. Oh, yeah. I want to smoke some cannabis tonight in a very leisurely manner. No spaces, no Twitter spaces that end up being ridiculous and meaningless. We have a 2:15 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time game. Chicago at Los Angeles at Dodger Stadium. Jenkins for the Cubs, Singer for the Dodgers. It's tentatively 2:15. It may be moved. We don't know. We'll see. Folks, set up alerts. I don't know if the alerts notify of a schedule change. Maybe. If anyone knows about that. That is a good one. Oh, yeah. Ferguson. I call him Fergs. I'll be back. That's just my back. It's just a little tight and sore, just a little. This is what happens with old age. I'm a 65-year-old man, people. I'll be back. I may move the Cubs-Dodgers game to 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Make it a night game and do the other stuff. In fact, I may just go ahead and reschedule that after this game. It's always tentative, people. I'm gonna get some coffee for this. Some new coffee. Roy Face in his fourth inning of relief has shut down Houston for 3 innings and kept the Expos in this ball game. It's 5-4. Okay, we're ready now. Leading it off for Houston is Dennis Menke. Menke 2 for 2, 2 singles and a walk. Knocked in 2 runs. Okay, Face is ready. Here's the pitch to Menke. 2-7, and he flies it to left, and Mac Jones makes the catch. 1 down. Here's Kurt Blefary. Kurt walked 0 for 2 today. Face has not allowed a hit. He's walked 2 in 3 1/3 innings. Here's the pitch to Blefary. 6-8, and he flies it to right, and that's for Staub. 2 outs. A no-hit relief performance here for Roy Face. 3 2/3 innings, the veteran. I believe he was on the 1960 championship Pirates. Okay, Norm Miller, left-handed hitter. He was hit by a pitch, walked and struck out. Here's Face, the windup. And the pitch to Miller, 4-10. And it's a fly ball to center. That's going to be for Fairley. He's a 4. 6-4. And it's dropped by Ron Fairley. It's a 2-base error on Ron Fairley here with 2 outs. First error of the ball game. So Miller on second, 2 down, and Doug Rader steps in. Doug is 0 for 3. Reached on a force in the first. Face trying to get out of this now. Houston leads by 1. Here's the pitch to Rader. 2-7, and he grounds it to short, and the side is retired. So Face continues 4 no-hit innings in relief. That might be his last inning. Meanwhile, Don Wilson has struck out 11. He's allowed 4 runs. And Ron Brand leads it off. It'll be Brand, Wine, and do up Roy Face. Carol Sembera is warming in the Expos bullpen. He's a right-handed pitcher. Carol Sembera. Okay, here comes Brand to lead it off. 2 for 3 today, Ron. Here's the pitch, 1-9. Grounds it to short, Mankey. Over to Bleffrey, 1 down. Now Bobby Wine. This is the top of the 8th. It's getting late here for Montreal. Wine 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. 5-6. Struck him out. Number 12. And this is an obligatory pinch hitter. You know, if I really had my way, I would not pinch hit for Face here with 2 outs, but they will. He pitched 4 innings. No hits. Walked 2. Struck out 3 when he struck out the side in the 5th. Great performance by Roy Face. It will be Carol Sembera, the right-hander, pitching the bottom of the 8th to Houston. And he'll be the 4th pitcher. Let's see who's hitting here. Really an obligatory kind of situation. Oh, Lord. They have the most anemic bench you've ever seen in your life. But it's going to be Ty Klein, a left-handed hitter. Excuse me. Ty Klein will come up to bat with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Sutherland on deck. Here's Ty Klein, left-handed hitter against Wilson. Here's the pitch from Wilson. 110, and he pops it up to short. And Menke makes the catch. That's 1-2-3 for Wilson. So he's really settled down. He had trouble in the middle innings, but he has settled down. And we're heading to the bottom of the 8th inning here, and we have a new pitcher, Carol Sembera, the 4th pitcher for Montreal. You can't say they're not trying. Whew. What a ball game. Good coffee. Okay, Sembera ready. He'll face Edwards. Wilson on deck. Okay, here's the pitch to Edwards. 2-5. Fly ball left. Big Mac Jones makes the catch. And here's Don Wilson. He gets a good hand from the crowd. Here at the Astrodome. Bottom of the 8th, 5-4 ball game. Houston leading. Here's Sembera now. And the pitch. 5-4. Right-hander. Catcher X. Brand to 4. 18-4. He fouls out. 2 away. If you're looking ahead, it'll be the top of the order for Montreal, as Wilson goes for the complete game win. And it could put the Astros within 8 1/2 games of the first place Atlanta Braves. Sandy Valdespino with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the pitch from Sembera. 4-4. Fly ball to right, And Staub makes the catch. We're going to the ninth. 5-4 ball game. Don Wilson with 12 strikeouts today, I'm sorry. It will be Sutherland, Fairley, and Staub with the Expos down by 1 in the top of the ninth. Sutherland 1 for 4. Here's Wilson into his windup. Here's the pitch, 2-6. Grounds it to second. Morgan throws it to Bleffery, 1 down. Wilson 2 outs away. Now Ron Fairley 2 for 4. It's been a good ball game here, Kathy. Wilson into his windup. Here's the pitch to Fairley. 3-3. And that's a fly ball to center. And Jimmy Wynn makes the catch. It's 2 outs. Actually, that was to right. I'm so sorry. 3-3. That was to right. So Staub, Miller makes the catch. It's 2 outs. So Wilson 1 out away, but here's Rusty Staub. 1 swing away from tying it up. He's got power. Staub 3 for 3 today with a walk. And a run batted in. Okay, Wilson into his windup, and here's the pitch to Staub. 3-9, walked him. So the Expos still have life here. In the top of the ninth, Big Mac Jones, the batter. Mac 1 for 4 today. Struck out twice by Wilson. Staub short lead off first, 2 down. Wilson from the stretch, the pitch to Jones. 4-10. Catcher X. Edwards at 2. Reroll. 8-2. And he drops the pop-up. Oh, Johnny Edwards. And he couldn't have lost it in the sun. We're in the Astrodome. First error for the Astros. Johnny Edwards dropping a routine pop-up hit by Jones. Staub the tying run on second. Jones the go-ahead run on first. 2 down. And Bob Bailey, who has struck out 4 times today. This might be the the winner here for Bailey. Okay, Wilson. The pitch to Bailey. 4-9. Struck him out for the 5th time. And the ball game is over. That's 13 for Don Wilson. And look at that Houston team. Edwards breathes a sigh of relief. The final score, Houston 5, Montreal 4. What a ball game. Let's look at that again. 4-9 right-handers struck him out. The winner is Wilson, and Mr. Perot I do not see, so I'm going to go ahead and say he is the star of the game. He got into trouble in the middle innings, but held the lead. He pitched 9. He allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 hits. He walked 1, 2. Struck out 13 and allowed 4 runs. The loss goes to Howie Reed. For Wilson, that's his 8th win. We'll record that. Simbera, 2-3-7, pitched 1 inning. A 1-2-3 inning. The final line, Houston, 5 runs on 4 hits. and 1 error. Montreal 4 runs on 12 freaking hits and 1 error. How do you like that? That was a great game, Kathy. Awesome to have you. Look at that. Montreal, 12 hits. 8 more hits than Houston, and they won the ball game 5-4. So Houston 8.5 behind Atlanta now in the West. I'm going to reschedule Fergie for 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time in the U.S. And that could be moved to 9 a.m. to 8 a.m. tomorrow. I'm fickle. Okay? It's all how I feel. I say to Kathy Harden, thank you. And to everybody else, stay strong, stay well, and I'll catch you next time.